Hi, uh, my name is Semi. I'm sitting at the practice room piano in my dorm. I'm going to tell you about my thoughts on the amazing digital circus because, I just finished episode 8. I'd only watched the first 2 episodes before this, but then everyone was making a big racket about the episode that just came out. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll finally watch it. I will say, back in the day, when I watched it, I was kind of the opinion that it was kind of like fake quirky. It was like, oh, look at these little like funny hijinks that these people are getting up to. But there's secretly an evil thing happening. I wasn't really convinced. I'm still not 100% convinced after watching what I've watched. I think it's good. I mean, it's definitely not life-changing, but it is good. I'm not gonna be like super controversial or like holier than thou or whatever. I do think it is a good thing. I've got a buddy, Owen, who made a very successful video about the amazing digital circus. So I finally got to watch that, and I was very impressed by his editing style and whatnot. So yeah, let me think. The things about the amazing digital circus I really liked were all of the contrasting art styles. I could imagine just this group of like intensely talented creative people making like the coolest visuals I've ever seen in my life. I go like, wow, look at all this animation. I liked that. I think the character designs were not my favorite because they felt a little ham-fisted. And honestly, I mean, I understand that they have to be simple for animation's sake, but if you're going to go through the trouble of having these beautiful animations and rigging all these 3D characters, like, I don't know, don't just make one like a fucking rabbit guy. Like, go ham. I don't know. And like the stuff about like Zubul, she's like that's literally like the quirkiest you could get. I think she's probably just based on Gooseworks' like avatar. So that's cool, I guess. But I mean, all of it just kind of feels like, oh, we need to make something like random XD. It's literally we're like bringing back random XD culture, but like now it's like random scary (parentheses scary). So you know, but as far as all the visuals go, I mean, I was always super impressed, especially by the like variation of art styles. It feels like there's a throwaway gag every 2 seconds that probably took weeks worth of animation. So in that way, I understand because it doesn't really seem like they cut very many corners. They have a distinctive idea of something that they want to do, and they did it to their fullest extent. And I'm very, very happy for them about it. I almost just kind of wish that there was less polish on the whole thing and that they went a little more ham. Because everything is like perfectly rendered, and even when it glitches out, it's kind of like perfectly glitched out. But I don't know. I'll see. I'll see what I think after the last episode, I guess. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does this have to do with you being a classical composer? I just kind of put that in the title, I think. But I don't know. I mean, recently I've been listening to a lot of like kind of like new prog rock. I was really pissed off because once again, this is another thing. It's like I get really mad when like recommendations get shoved in my face by the algorithm and then I click on them and I actually like them. It makes me really mad. And it's not really because I want to be like contrarian. It's just that like I don't like it when the ones and zeros are right about my personality. It makes me feel like they know me way too well, and I don't like that. But Spotify kept shoving Geordie Greep down my throat. Geordie Greep, the new sound. It's the album. It's got like the dude and the chick, and they're kissing, and the chick is like cutting the dude's head off. And I was like, man, I don't want to look at this. This is like stupid. It looked really stupid, and it suffers from a lot. Suffers is a bad word. One time I said it's like something suffers from yada yada yada, and someone got mad at me because they were like, "Are you saying that it's like inherently bad?" Like it suffers for me. For me, it suffers from prog rockitis. Everything has like an itis, you know. You could get a little in the weeds, and it's very easy to get in the weeds with prog rock because that's kind of the point. I grew up on a very steady diet of prog rock, I should say, as a kid. especially like Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd is my favorite. I listened to a lot of Pink Floyd. I had a book that had The Wall, and it was fun. I'm a fan of prog rock, but I think that you have to have a little bit of like, when it gets to 2000s kind of like 4chan mucore prog rock, I start to kind of lose it, because a lot of it doesn't suit me. I think that the lyrics are really incredible, but as someone who spends my whole life like listening to music, I want to be able to listen to the music and be like, oh wow, the music is cool. I do not care as much about the prose. And so, I mean, that's just kind of like what happened to this album. I really appreciate that one of my wonderful composition teachers says, how do you make something new? You make it as old as possible. I think the new sound, literally called the new sound, draws on this, not old as possible, but a fairly storied tradition of bossa nova. And so you get this wonderful juxtaposition between the super cheery bossa nova, where you're kind of jamming out, and then you listen to the lyrics, and he's like, all this incredible, like, insane poetry. It's like, your arteries will stretch out for miles and create transportation, and you're like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. And so I think, like, it's cool, but it's definitely not my favorite, and it's not something I would put on to listen to while I'm walking, which is kind of my issue. I'm very pragmatic with my music choices, in that if I can't listen to it while I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and go like, oh yeah, this is awesome, and not pay super close attention to every single thing that's happening, I don't like it as much. I just don't. Sometimes, occasionally, I'll be in the mood to listen to something really heady, but that's the kind of thing where, like, I would rather see it live. And I'm very fortunate that because I go to classical music school and because I have all this stuff, I have very discounted tickets to see a lot of classical music, just like tons and tons of classical music all day, every day. And so I get to see a lot of heady music live, and I like that. I think it's wonderful. And sometimes I'll go onto YouTube and I'll search up 8 songs for a Mad King, and I'll listen for 30 minutes and have a wonderful, wonderful time. But I think it's really kind of rare that I'm in that mood while I'm internet surfing, is the thing. Anyways, right, back to Amazing Digital Circus. I don't remember very much of the music at this point, which is probably not a good sign. I did actually really like the music that was in the scene that my buddy Owen talked about with Jax, and he's in the little, like, fractal world or whatever. And he's freaking out. He's like, oh, I'm Jax. Side note, Jax is a really annoying character. These people, they really want me to like him because he's a Tumblr sexy man, and I get that. I think that there's an appeal there, but also I have to deal with enough people that have mental health issues in my own life, including me, that I don't feel like I need someone else to whine and complain, and then, oh wow, it's like the tsundere archetype. Like, don't just fucking be mean to me because you like me. I mean, do the opposite, honestly. Like, wait, no, I lied. Because being nice to someone and then actually, like, not liking them sucks too. But, like, I don't know, there's a balance to be had there. I think you could be mean to someone jokingly and it could be cute and fun. And then, you could also just, like, really piss people off and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you multiple times. But it's okay because I'm just joking, guys, because I don't want people to get close to me because I'm so, like, just be nice. Just be nice. It's not that hard. It's a little hard. It's a little hard sometimes, but generally speaking, it's okay. Anyway, so yeah, he's in the chamber and he's doing his thing, and I thought that it was just royalty-free KPM in the background. Other side note, I love KPM. This is I think a British publishing company that just put out swaths upon swaths of royalty-free music. It's all from probably 1970s, I would imagine. And it's just just endless amounts of wonderful orchestration, and it's just very creative and great. And they used to play these things in elevators and in shopping malls, and they don't do it anymore. Now you have to listen to Bad to the Bone or whatever. I think it's bullshit. My shopping experience would be so much better if I could just hear light, simple, classical, inspired, pop-ish music. It's not, it's some of my favorite stuff. I listen to it for fun. But it's not most people's favorite, but I think everyone could agree that it sounds at least nice. And I can't say I always want to be listening to whatever's on the radio right now. Not that any of it's particularly bad, but I think everything's very hit or miss. And some people really like some stuff and really dislike others. And it's swapped around, right? I think that you really can't win. The only way we can come to a compromise is if everyone decides that we're going to listen to royalty-free KPM. It needs to happen. This music is, it's semi-approved. I love it. And I think everyone should listen to it. So yeah, I was a big fan of that one because I was like, wow, this is KPM, right? I love KPM. And it wasn't. It was people imitating KPM, which is also cool. I like it when that happens. Anyways, I guess that's my rant for tonight. You've heard my thoughts on the new sound and Amazing Digital Circus. Tell me what you think in the comments or something. I don't know if anyone's actually going to watch this. If you do, let me know that you did. Because I'm at my piano right now. Not my piano, the dorm's piano. I'll play a little something so that we can end the night on a good note.